Hey guys, welcome to today's video. Thank y'all for joining us. Today I want to do things a little bit different, and I want to talk a little bit today about our YouTube channel and how it came into being and where our name came from and kind of how we stumbled into all of this. And I thought it might be something that you guys would like to hear because so many of you have been following our story for a long time and a lot of you are brand new, and either way, we're glad you're here. Thank y'all for subscribing and all of that stuff. But I just want to do a little bit of storytelling today and let you know a little bit more about our channel and its history. So for years, I have watched YouTube videos to learn how to do all kinds of things. That's really the main thing that I've ever used YouTube for, is to, I want to learn how to do this project or to repair this thing in our house that broke, or figure out what's going on at this vacation place or what there is to see in this place of the world. And yeah, I've watched my share of cat videos too and all of that, but YouTube's kind of always been kind of a go-to place for us, at least for the last 10 years or so, for watching all sorts of things. And we were sitting around our house in February. This was in 2021, so right about 2 years ago. We were sitting around on day 3 or day 4 of kind of a prolonged cold weather and snow event. And I got to thinking as I was sitting around, hey, I want to go make a video and put it onto YouTube. And I told Casey I was going to go make a YouTube video. She said, what in the world are you going to make a YouTube video about? And I told her I was going to make it about our nursery, and I was going to start a YouTube channel about our nursery and just see if anybody would watch it. And I really didn't have any idea even how to do that. I didn't even know how to upload a video to YouTube. I didn't have a YouTube channel. Just a generic channel that I used to just kind of surf YouTube with, and that was about it. But I hadn't actually created Savvy Dirt Farmer yet, and I didn't even know what to do to make our first video. So in February, super cold day, I go out into our barn and I close the door because it was 12 or 15 degrees that day or something, really cold for a West Tennessee day for the high temperature. It was terribly cold. I pulled out my phone, I propped it up on a box over here on a table, I hit record, and I sat down and started talking about our nursery. And I'm telling you, it's an absolutely horrible video. It's not worth watching, but I went ahead with it and I watched it back on my phone, and I used a little editor there that's built into the phone and just kind of trimmed the beginning and the end of it off so it wasn't overly choppy. And then I had to figure out how to upload it. So I had to create a channel name in order to start a new YouTube channel, and I came up with the name Savvy Dirt Farmer, but I actually did not even come up with that name. See, I was in a Facebook group where we talked about side hustles and how people make extra money on the side and all that, and I was sharing that I had a small nursery at my house, and somebody commented on there, wow, you've really got a green thumb or something, and I just said something like, no, more like just a backyard dirt farmer or something like that. And they replied and said, well, you're a pretty savvy dirt farmer, good job. Well, I thought about that when I was making my channel, and I thought about those 3 words. Somebody called me Savvy Dirt Farmer, so I just turned that into the name of my YouTube channel because really I'm not creative enough to think of anything on my own, so I just gladly stole what somebody else called me, so Savvy Dirt Farmer it was. So in the nursery in February when it's cold, there's not a whole lot going on, but I started making videos about anything that I could think of pertaining to nursery, and again, they were pretty bad videos, and I would make a video and then I'd make another one maybe a week later and a week later, and pretty soon spring came and nobody was watching my videos at all. There were many days went by where I would have 0 views, 2 views, 7 views, 1 view, probably my mom. I mean, I don't know who was watching my videos, hardly anybody. And about 10 videos in, I made a video about green giants. And that first video that I made about green giants, and it was just about, hey, all things green giants, how to grow them, how to kill them, things like that. A few people watched it, maybe a few dozen people watched it. And over the course of a couple of weeks, maybe a couple or 300 people watched it. And I was really shocked that people were actually starting to watch my videos, because then they'd come to my channel and watch 1 or 2 other videos, and the next thing you know, my views started getting in the dozens per day instead of 0 or 5 or 9 per day, and it was really kind of a cool thing. Now, one thing that I want to share, I mean, at this point, I didn't even know that a small YouTube channel like mine could even ever get monetized. I had no idea. I just thought probably the giant YouTubers were out there making money off of YouTube, and I didn't even really think at all that it was something where you could make money. I just thought of it as another social media platform like Facebook or Instagram, where you're just kind of a community of people forms and you just chit chat and share ideas and share pictures and stuff. And that's really all I had ever intended to do with my channel. So I was getting into March, April, and May, and I had a few videos that were starting to get traction, and YouTube was kind of becoming a fun thing to me because I was starting to interact with people who were commenting and people who were sharing tips with me and stuff. It was really helpful to me with what I was doing. And probably by about late April or early May, I made a video called How to Propagate Hostas. And this was just a video about dividing your hostas. And man, that thing really got a lot of traction pretty quickly. It didn't just skyrocket or anything like that, but it started getting some attention. So I had 2 videos now that were getting some attention between that and my green giants. And it was around this time that I learned about YouTube's thresholds for monetization, where you have to have 4,000 total watch hours and 1,000 subscribers to your channel. And on my end of things, I can watch those numbers kind of slowly growing, or if they're flat or whatever they're doing, I could kind of watch those numbers and see what they were doing. And it wasn't too long and I realized, wow, these numbers are heading towards monetization, and I'm actually going to be eligible to start making a few dollars off my videos, which I thought was really cool. And then one of the next videos I made not long after that was on hydrangea propagation, and that was probably in late May or early June. I'd have to check the date on that, but by July, the YouTube algorithm picked that video up and started cranking that thing out there, and it started getting hundreds and even thousands of views per day on one video. So then it was, I think, the second week of July 2021, I got a notification that from YouTube that I had reached the numbers necessary to monetize my channel, and it happened while a video was really on fire. So my very first month, I think it was from July the 12th through the end of that month, so just in basically 3 weeks, my YouTube channel made 200 and I forget how much, but made 200 and something dollars the very first month that it was eligible for monetization. Now that video stayed hot for about 4 or 6 weeks, and when it cooled down, my subscriber base had grown substantially. I now had several thousand subscribers instead of just a few hundred, and all of my videos now were getting at least a few views every single day, and some of them were getting 100 or 200 views a day, and I was so excited that that was going to be the case. In August of 2021, my first full month monetized, I made 650 or whatever it was. I'll show the exact numbers, but dollars that month, and I just could not believe that my channel was able to make that kind of money when all I was doing was I was literally in my backyard with an iPhone SE making videos of myself doing something that I love doing, and I was just kind of overwhelmed with, I mean, in a very joyful way about the fact that I was able to make some money doing this. So that takes us to around early fall that first year, maybe 8, 9, 10 months after I first started the channel. And things in the fall and in the winter and even into early spring, late winter, early spring, are pretty quiet in a small nursery like the one I had in my backyard. And our channel had really kind of flattened out, and yeah, we were still getting views and there would be some high points here and there, but generally it was kind of a ho-hum time for our channel until last spring, which was the spring of 2022. And March moving into April of last year, I had created a video in the fall of 2021 called How to Start a Nursery in Your Backyard for Under $1,000. And that video, it had done fairly well. But in April of last year, 2022, it really took off. And I mean, for a small channel like mine, now I'm not trying to say that I'm Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or anybody like that. I understand there are little tiny YouTubers, which is most of us, and then there are the big guys, and I'm not one of the big guys, and I get all of that. But for my channel, for us doing what we do, we had a video that absolutely exploded, and it was getting thousands and thousands and thousands. I think 10 to 13,000 views a day, even for a short period of time, in April of 2022. And right as it started to cool off, our hostas video took off again, and it went even higher and longer than the How to Start a Nursery in Your Backyard for $1,000 video did. So we had 2 videos in the spring of 2022 that shot up, and it brought our subscriber base to a whole different level. I think that was around the time we hit 18 or 20,000 subscribers, and now we had kind of a higher floor than we had had before. So we didn't have any real highs then last summer as we went into the summer and we went into the fall of last year. And by then, we knew that we were going to be moving from West Tennessee to North Alabama, and our content for our channel was just really kind of slow. I mean, we were every week trying to come up with some kind of idea to make a video that would be helpful to you guys. Because look, if it's not helpful to y'all, you're not watching it, and nor should you. If it's bad, click off. That's what I do when I watch YouTube. I would expect you guys to be doing the exact same thing. So we're trying to piece together anything that we could while we were trying to have our hands in two separate places, which was a terribly difficult time of our lives. But we kept our YouTube channel alive until finally this year, which is 2023, on January 1st, we were able to release a video to you guys to show you this massive change that we had made, not only with our lives, but also with our YouTube channel. And now here we are out at our new place, building a brand new nursery, starting a brand new nursery business, and with it has come all sorts of new content for our channel. And we've been able to make a lot more videos than we normally have in the past because we've got a lot more things to share with you and a lot more things to talk about because we've got a lot more things to do. And remember, or if you don't know, this is our full-time gig now. So we're going to be opening this nursery up now in just a matter of a few short weeks, depending on the weather. We've got to fill this place with plants. We still got hundreds or thousands of pots over here to deal with and pot up and get ready to sell. And there's so much to do and so much to show you. And we can't wait to continue bringing you guys content from our YouTube channel. And we are so grateful to have you guys watching these videos week after week after week. Because if it were not for you, we would stop doing this right now. It would not be worth our time anymore to do this if it weren't for our viewers. And we're so grateful for all of you coming in here every week to our little part of the world with all your helpful suggestions and comments and your great words of encouragement and gratitude. Listen, we thrive off of that stuff and we appreciate it so much. So I just wanted to share a little bit of the background of our channel today, and as far as our channel goes, how we got where we are today. We appreciate y'all very much being with us today. Thanks for joining us. We love y'all, and we'll see y'all on the next one.